excited. I just got hit on. So friendly here. An older gentleman, very attractive, had a great pickup line, looks me up and down, he says, you take Coumadin? You take Coumadin? I also just found out. Excuse me?
What's coming in?
Who knows? Tell him.
Blood thinner.
Blood thinner. Happy now? I said it was friendly here, not rude. I told my family, don't come to see me, please. Very excited, talking about family. I just found out that I'm a direct descendant of one of the ancient tribes of Israel, the Cellulites. I had the good fortune to work in Melbourne, Australia a couple of years ago. They have a large Jewish population. I wanted to use the word goy or goyim. So I said, what do you call non-Jews? And they all yelled out, customers! I'm from Brooklyn, New York, originally. You couldn't tell that right away. And I met a woman in the airport out here, and she says, you're from Brooklyn? I said, yeah. She says, you know Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn? I said, yes. She says, you know Fabulous Phil's clothing store on Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn? I said, yeah. She says, I was married to him. He's not so fabulous. And I'm an only child. My mother said, we're not doing that again. We're decent people. That voice. You know, each generation of women in my family had a specific signature voice. My grandma had that cute voice that you don't hear anymore. I used to call it the Bubby voice. Did you hub it? Did you hub it some gum? And I would get like every fourth word, you know what I mean? Did you hub them in the chicken? Did you hub this soup? So I would picture, when I was a kid, I would picture her having, with that voice, having a job as a classical music disc jockey on the radio. We got for you today, we got Beethoven, some Opus 44, but for you, 43, 50, 75. No, my mother had that voice. She's incredible. And if you were to ask how old she is, this is what she'll say. I'm in my early 90s. And she's an incredible optimist. Never made a will. I said, Ma, I hate to bring it up, but you don't want all these treasures that you've accumulated over the years to fall into the wrong hands. You know, the stamped glass candy dishes with the hard candy from 1948. The rubber grapes. She said, I know you want the money. I said, I don't want your money. No, yeah, I know you. You want the money. You know what? I'm going to give you the money now. George, bring me my purse. What, are you going to give me $31.42? Maniac. That voice, boy. All my aunts, like ambulance sirens, they all have that voice. All my aunts and all my uncles are dead. And I'm sure they're all laying there to this day. Oh, it's such a machaya, so quiet. So quiet. If I could get the cable. In fact, we just lost my Uncle Morty. Well, we didn't lose him, he died. And Uncle Morty was married to my Aunt Abraham. She's the religious aunt. Because what she would do is she goes to functions, weddings, bar mitzvahs, and she saves those souvenir yarmulkes, and when she gets two that are similar, she makes a bra. Totally irrelevant, but hobbies are important. So, now my Uncle Morty was a high-end union waiter, a hotel waiter in New York. And when he died, she was bereft. So she heard about this medium who spoke to the dead. So she goes to see this woman. The woman says, well, tell me a little bit about your husband. She says, oh, my Morty. He was a wonderful husband and a wonderful father and the best union waiter in the city of New York. So the woman says, all right, everybody join hands around the table. Oh, she goes into a trance. And there's smoke. All of a sudden, a face emerges. And my aunt says, Morty, is that you? Yes. Morty, talk to me. I can't talk to you. Why not? It's not my table. I had you there for a few minutes. I did. Marriage is tough. I've been married for 25 years to one man or another. I have no idea what you said, but I laughed to be polite. The beginning's always very sexy and romantic, you know. He's wearing little shorts and a tank top, going for the paper, you know. A couple of months later, I look up and he's walking like this. Schmuck, cut the string, the sandals will separate. The ex-husband was a professional putz and always wanted to be, he wanted to be a lifeguard in a mikveh. You want to explain mikveh to the customers in the room? It's a ritual bath, never mind. Anyway, he would get drunk and take off all his clothes. So far, so good. He'd get drunk, take off all his clothes, and leave the house. And I usually would get him in time, but one day, took off the clothes, drinking, wandered out of the house and into a garden show and won a prize. He won a prize for the best dried arrangement. I love that. You always go, ow. I got married again successfully this time to a younger man. He's younger than I am, but so are the 4 outer planets. I like younger guys. Come here, young man. Want to see something? Come on, no one will take your back. Well, he's not that young, you know. He doesn't ask the questions at the Seder. Marriage is hard, if you're lucky. I don't know if you're heard. I'm going to work directly to this woman right up here. So this lawyer calls his house, woman answers the phone. He says, is this the new maid? She says, yes. He said, I'd like to talk to my wife, please. She said, oh, your wife is upstairs with another man. He says, oh, really? Go into the den. There's a loaded revolver. And she said, sir. He says, no, I'm a big attorney. I'll get you off. Get the gun. Go upstairs and shoot both those people. I'll wait. Sure enough, a few minutes later, comes back down. He says, did you shoot him? She said, yes. He said, all right, I want you to drag those bodies into the backyard and throw them in the pool. She said, there's no pool in the backyard. He said, is this 415? Yeah, you grown now, but you laugh. Now, my parents separated recently. I know it sounds bizarre, I'm so old. But they did, and they're fine. You know, they divvied up everything, and he got the silver dollar collection, she got the little glass animals on the mirror. But anyway. So they both moved down to Florida. They're in 2 different gated communities. So he has become the social activities director, and he decided that their seniors, they should have a senior prom. Very cute. Except that all the decorations are at eye level because nobody would get up on a ladder. So now he's working on Senior Citizen Jeopardy. He's got 1 category so far, stool softeners. Bet you the guy who didn't know Coumadin knows what that is. Anyway, and my mom is dating. She's dating, 91, she's dating. She says, you want to hear my 3 rules for dating? Yeah, all right. First of all, if I'm going for a one-night stand, I make sure he can stand. Second of all, I won't go out with him if he expects me to bring a date for his aid. Third of all, if he's going to spend the night, he can't bring the breathing machine. It's eternal. Getting old sucks. Yeah. The first indication that I had, besides looking in the mirror, and by the way, who's the goddamn sadist who invented the magnifying mirror with the light? My pores look like manhole covers. Jesus. So the first indication I really knew I was getting older, I found myself rolling a joint like this. I used to do a lot of pot. In fact, when I stopped, my dealer became homeless, is what I heard. Getting old, it's really, you know, and your body betrays you. You know, I have so many ripples on my abdomen, I can screw on my underwear. I swear to The worst part is sex. So self-conscious with the body with sex, especially if the guy's in the same room. And certain positions more uncomfortable than I'm more self-conscious. You know, like if I'm on top, even backwards, I want to be under a poncho. I'll be honest with you. And if I'm on top forward, you know, tits were not meant to cause corneal damage. I like this audience. Drugs, sex, very nice.
Welcome to San Francisco.
Yeah? I'm moving here, baby. Yeah. So I try to distract in that situation. You know, candles or music or other people. You gotta take care of yourself. I'm sure we're all into that. You know, I exercise. I wear that headband, make it a little tighter every day, keeps the skin out of my eyes. And, try to eat right. So I was looking for a perfect snack. No salt, no sugar, no fat. So my girlfriend says, you gotta try the rice cakes. So I go and I buy this cylindrical package of rice cakes, take the little plastic thing off. I'm very impressed with how it's packaged with all that styrofoam. Are you kidding? You eat enough of those babies, you'll shit a cooler. Sorry, I usually don't say cooler. But you gotta take care of yourself. Gotta get that mammogram, you know. I went a couple of months ago, and before I went, my girlfriend said, did you prepare? But there's homework for a mammogram. She says, oh yeah. The night before I get my mammogram, I go into the kitchen and slam the refrigerator door, and I did. Hey, that's a good job. That lady technician who makes a pita bread out of your tit, she squeezes it between the two plastic things, right? And then she twists it, and then has the nerve to say, don't move. I guarantee you I'm not going anywhere without it, I swear to God. But what infuriates me are the face cream commercials. This cream, there's butterflies and flowers. This cream will make your skin radiant, glowing, beautiful. And they show you a woman with gorgeous skin, not from the cream. She's fucking 17 years old. Ajax would make her skin glowing. I'm going to invent a cream for the woman unafraid of aging, and I'm going to call it Embalm. I don't even iron my clothes anymore. It makes my face look smoother. One of the good things about getting older is that I can talk to myself in the street and people don't think I'm crazy, they think I'm on the phone. But here's a little tip. I don't care how old you are, you gotta keep a box of tampons around for display purposes only. And what you do is you open it up, take out a few, people come over and they say, how old could she be? Look, it's still happening for her. You know one what? I'd like you to meet this guy over here. Let me guess, there's alcohol at the show. You know, I don't know why, maybe because he's skinny, you just made me think of my Uncle Herbie. Not the way you look, but it was, could Uncle Herbie, you know what I remember? Because he's the toughest Jew I ever met in my life. Uncle Herbie was busted for being a counterfeiter because he's cheap. You can't be a cheap counterfeiter, you gotta print on both sides. But there are two reasons why he's a tough guy. First of all, he used to fly on, what's that Nazi airline, the Luftwaffe? No, Lufthansa. Lufthansa, all right. You history buffs. Lufthansa. He'd fly on Lufthansa and order a kosher meal. the other reason he was so tough is because he never whined. Some Jewish guys, with the whining, I don't feel good. It's not sexy. The ex-husband used to whine, you want to do it now even though I'm in a draft? Oh, that's the only time I want to do it. What if Adam had whined when Eve went up to him with the fruit? Adam, take a bite of this apple. Did you wash it first? No, I like Jewish guys. No joke, I like Jewish guys. I like Italian guys, I like French guys. Guys, because they have a penis. I'm going to take